Welcome to Cold Brew Finance's end-of-day world currencies, stock markets and commodities. Wrap up for Thursday, August 14th, 2025. Kicking things off, I'm Victoria Cashmore. Major currencies showed mixed movement against the US dollar today. The greenback strengthened against the euro at 0.8575, while showing weakness against the Japanese yen, falling to 147.17. The dollar's strong negative trend against both the euro and pound sterling remains notable. Looking at returns, the dollar has declined over 11% against the euro year-to-date, while falling more than 7.6% versus the British pound. The yen has shown relative stability, with the dollar dropping just 6.4% against it this year. The dollar broke upward against the loonie after 3 days of flat trading, while maintaining sideways movement versus the yuan. Against the Indian rupee, the greenback displays a very strong positive trend. Year-to-date returns show the dollar down nearly 6% against the Singapore dollar, while gaining 2.1% versus the rupee. The Kiwi has strengthened against the dollar, pushing it down 5.5% this year.
Looking at global stock market tracking ETFs, I'm max profit. Spain and Italy led the gainers, both reaching new all-time highs for the third consecutive day. Norway, Austria, and Ireland all showed strong positive trends, each closing higher for the third straight session. The standout performers show impressive year-to-date returns. Spain leads with a 56% gain, while Austria follows at 52%. Italy has returned 43% this year. Month-to-date, Spain tops the list with an 8.3% advance. Among the decliners, Poland fell the most, down 2.3%, while China and Thailand dropped 2% and 1.9% respectively. Mexico broke downward after 3 days of sideways movement, declining 1.6%. Despite today's declines, several markets maintained strong year-to-date performance. Poland has gained nearly 59% this year, while China is up 27%. Thailand shows weakness with a negative 4.3% return year-to-date.
Considering commodities, I'm liquidity. Gold futures closed at 3,390.80, down 17.50. Silver futures and copper futures are showing sideways movement over 3 days. Palladium futures advanced 21.70 to 1,153, marking a 1.9% gain. Year-to-date returns show significant variations among metals. Gold leads with a 28.4% gain, followed by silver at 30.2%. Copper and aluminum show more modest gains at 11.6% and 1% respectively. Energy futures showed mixed performance. Brent crude and crude oil futures both gained about 1.7%. Natural gas rose for a second consecutive day, despite showing a very strong negative trend. Gasoline broke out upward after 5 days of flat trading. Looking at month-to-date performance, energy futures are broadly negative. Brent and crude oil have declined around 7%, while natural gas shows similar weakness. Gasoline has demonstrated more resilience, down just 3%. In livestock, live cattle and feeder cattle futures both declined, despite maintaining very strong positive trends. Lean hogs dropped 2% amid increased volatility. Corn surged 6.4%, rising for a second straight day. Year-to-date returns in livestock show feeder cattle leading with nearly 30% gains, while live cattle is up 18.4%. Lean hogs have shown significant volatility, particularly in the past week, with an 18% decline. In grains, corn futures surged 6.4%, while wheat continued its decline for a third consecutive day. Rough rice broke out upward after 4 days of consolidation. Soybean futures fell 1.5%. Year-to-date performance in grains shows mixed results. Corn has declined 13.2%, while wheat is down 9.7%. Soybeans remain slightly positive, with a 1.8% gain, showing more resilience than other grains. Soft commodities showed mixed performance today. Coffee futures rose 6.5 to 318.70, marking its second consecutive daily gain with some upward volatility. Cocoa experienced the largest decline, dropping 287 to 8,271. Sugar has been trading sideways for 3 days, closing down 1.6%. Looking at weekly returns, orange juice leads with a 5.3% gain, despite showing a very strong negative trend. Cocoa has struggled year-to-date, down nearly 30%, while coffee shows strength with a 7.7% month-to-date advance.
And with that, we conclude another end-of-day world currency, markets and commodities wrap-up. I'm Victoria Cashmore, along with my AI co-hosts Max Profit and Lou Quidity. Thanks for watching. Look for daily wrap-ups every day just after 5 p.m. New York time. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. Cold Brew Finance is an experimental project with market reports written, narrated and delivered totally by AI, with market data kindly provided by financialmodelingprep.com. Always seek professional financial advice before making any investment decisions. Check into the channel daily for coverage of stocks, crypto, currency and commodities. Thanks for watching.